Now, from WLEX, with coverage you can count on, this is LEX18 Sunrise.
And good morning. Families, friends, and classmates gathered to say goodbye as two young siblings were laid to rest. We're going to take you to the emotional funeral a little later on LEX18 News at Sunrise. Hello, everyone, and welcome to LEX18 News at Sunrise. New name, same two faces. I'm Michael Brooks.
I'm Beth Pugh, and it is Tuesday, January 4th, and we're glad you could join us today for the news show, sort of. Same people, 18 Storm Teams, Adam Zarin.
I'm glad you included me. I was
Yeah,
feeling a little left out.
You're the third familiar face, and then we have a fourth, Lee Cruz, but we want to check out the weather this morning.
It got wild and woolly yesterday afternoon and evening. I guess here, after 8:30 or so,
windy.
I must have been, the world could pretty much end, and I'd be asleep.
Yeah.
I'd sleep right there.
Well, you put in a lot of hours yesterday. You came back and worked again.
Yeah,
and
we had, the weather's happening. We're all coming together as a team, Storm Tracker team.
Right.
All right, let's go outside and show you what's going on with our LEX18 Sky Cam. Looking live across Lexington this morning. Doesn't look too windy, and I can tell you for sure that the rain has stopped here, at least in central Kentucky. With our LEX18 Storm Tracker, though, we'll take a look at where it is still raining, and that's in eastern and in southeastern Kentucky, but even the storms and the showers out there have diminished in intensity, and we're really just looking right now at just some light to moderate rain with really no thunder or lightning or strong winds out there. So that's good news. Calming winds for all of us. Here's where your forecast is going to shape up today. By the way, right now it's 50 degrees outside, still mild, but boy, do not get accustomed to that, because here is the way the forecast is going to shape up for the rest of today. That temperature just continues to drop through the day. And I've got all precipitation across the board, but like for instance now it's dry. It's not going to be a steady ongoing day of rain and snow. At times you'll just see a sprinkle, and then by the afternoon when it gets down to 35 degrees, that sprinkle may turn into a light snow shower or flurry. No, as much moisture as we got yesterday and as hot as it's been the last 3 days, there is no way we're going to have any accumulation. I mean, it would have to snow, and that's just not going to happen. So we're not going to have any accumulation when you see flurry or something.
Okay.
all right,
Thank
appreciate
you.
that, sir. Let's go ahead and talk about some news today.
Let's do it. It's a Tuesday morning, and topping our news this morning, 8 months after a 13-year-old Lexington girl was murdered, police say they had their man.
And he is already in jail. Lexington police say that this man, 35-year-old Tommy Lynn Sells, raped and killed Haley McComb. Her body was discovered in the Elizabeth Street Park on May the 23rd. Now, Sells is being held in Del Rio, Texas, for the murder of another 13-year-old girl there.
One thing I said, I wanted to live to see whoever done it arrested and pay for the crime.
Texas police say Sells confessed to Haley's murder. Now, Haley's grandmother says the family's New Year's toast was to catching the man who killed their little girl.
And some strong emotions are running through another piece of central Kentucky this morning. Heather Higdon takes you to Breathitt County, where a family mourns the loss of 2 young children in a weekend fire.
Family and friends pack a small Jackson chapel, grieving over 2 tiny caskets, one sprayed with blue for 7-year-old Jason Bruce Curtis, the other with pink for his 10-year-old sister Virginia.
I had 3 kids, and I lost 2 of them, and it was just like it took my life away, you know.
A life lost here. This is all that remains of the Curtis home. A kerosene can ignited by a space heater sent flames up around the building. And while Bruce could not reach his children inside, he reaches out to parents now.
I hope that everybody else can see my tragedy and what happened to me and what can happen to everybody else.
With final prayers said, friends say goodbye, while Bruce and his family return to his home in the hills, where his children join generations of family. Their memories live on.
As we have borne the image of the earthly, we shall also bear the image of the heavenly.
It's good kids all the way around.
Covering the news in Breathitt County, Heather Higdon, LEX18 News.
And as you can see, the family lost everything in the fire. If you want to help them rebuild their lives, you can contact Pastor Gary Bellamy at the Free Pentecostal Church of Cragon. The number is 606-666-2443 or 606-666-4146.
The disability that made life challenging for a Boyle County woman may have cost her her life in a house fire. Relatives sifted through the rubble after yesterday's early morning fire took the life of Juanita Foster. The elderly woman called her son for help. She's partially paralyzed and needed help just getting around. Foster's son was not able to save his mother. At this point, fire investigators say a smoldering cigarette may have started that fire.
And folks here in Georgetown had a close call Monday afternoon. Several people were here inside the Plum Tree restaurant when fire broke out in the attic. But everyone got out okay. Investigators suspect it's an electrical fire.
Well, today is the first day of the 2000 General Assembly, and before the big issues get discussed, some protocol must be observed. Democrat Larry Sanders is planning to officially resign as president of the Senate today, and he will be replaced by David Williams. Now, this change signals the shift of the partisan power to Republicans for the very first time. Folks, the time is 5:36 on LEX 18 News at sunrise. We're going to have your first check of your birthday list coming up next.
And meteorologist Adam Zarin will have your weather on the 10s right after this break. Stay right where you are.